Outdoors, the fresh outdoors. Word up, it's a beautiful day, and I wanted to talk today about redemption. Redemption. Come along with me. Just gonna find a nice little spot to plant myself and get some good light, some good vitamin D. All right, so as some of you know that have been on my channel for a while now, that I do videos about whatever is on my mind, and it's all over the place. I've done movie trailer reviews, caps, and all that stuff. I've done music. I've done a little bit of everything. So, Marvel, Disney, they have the rights to Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy and all that good stuff. So, Guardian of the Galaxy director James Gunn has been in the news about some comments on his Twitter feed. I guess it's been like over 10 years ago or something like that. But I guess what I want to talk about, I was talking with one of my best friends in California. He's a filmmaker, writer, actor, and outside of just filmmaking, just in society in general, if there's something that we've done in the past and we're no longer that person, we no longer have those things, those thoughts, and I said things, those thoughts, and we have grown and evolved as a person, and we apologize and admitted our wrong from the past, and we paid the price, for thinking those thoughts or saying those things or doing those things. When is all forgiven, or is it never forgiven? James Gunn made some comments, joking about some things that I don't co-sign, I don't agree with at all. But I'm just thinking, when, as in society, when do we let people get redemption? Or is there some acts that are just unredeemable, unforgivable? So that's what I wanted to talk about today. The cast of Guardians of the Galaxy, they wrote an open letter from the cast of Guardians of the Galaxy, and it is spearheaded by Star-Lord, Peter Quill, actor Chris Pratt. He said, "To our fans and friends, we fully support James Gunn. We were all shocked by his abrupt firing last week and have intentionally waited these 10 days to respond in order to think, pray, listen, and discuss. In that time, we've been encouraged by the outpouring support from fans and members of the media who wish to see James reinstated as director of Volume 3, Guardians of the Galaxy, as well as discouraged by those so easily duped into believing the many outlandish conspiracy theories surrounding him." So it goes on further to say, "Being in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies has been a great honor in each of our lives. We cannot let this moment pass without expressing our love, support, and gratitude for James." Sorry about that. What I'm reading off my tablet here, it went dark. So we are not here to defend his jokes of many years ago, but rather to share our experiences. There's all kind of bugs around me, and I love it. Our experience, having spent many years together on set making Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. The character he has shown in the wake of his firing is consistent with the man he was every day on set, and his apology now and from years ago when first addressing these remarks, we believe, is from the heart, a heart we all know, trust, and love, and casting each of us to help him tell the story of misfits who find redemption. He changed our lives forever. We believe the theme of redemption has never been more relevant than now. So I agree with that. I agree with that statement. Each of us look forward to working with our friend James again in the future. His story isn't over, not by a long shot. There is little due process in the court of public opinion. James is likely not the last good person to be put on trial. Given the growing political divide in this country, it's safe to say instances like this will continue, although we hope Americans from across the political spectrum can ease up on the character assassinations and stop weaponizing mob mentality. It is our hope that what has transpired can serve as an example for all of us to realize the enormous responsibility we have to ourselves and to each other regarding the use of our written words when we etch them in digital stone, that we as a society may learn from this experience, and in the future will think twice before we decide what we want to express, and in so learning perhaps can harness this capability to help and heal instead of hurting each other. Thank you for taking the time to read our words, the Guardians of the Galaxy. And Chris Pratt, his Twitter or Instagram is Pratt. Although I don't support James Gunn inappropriate jokes from years ago, he is a good man. I personally love to see him reinstated as director of Volume 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy. If you please read the following statement signed by our entire cast, and that's what I just read. The entire cast, we have Bradley Cooper, who plays Rocket Raccoon. You got Sean Gunn. You have Vin Diesel, who plays Groot. You got Palm Clementif, who plays Mantis. Michael Rooker. I forgot his character name, but he whistled and it went through you. Karen, what is it? Oh shoot, my tablet is kind of grimy and dirty. Karen Gillian, who plays Nebula. And then Dave Bautista, who plays Drax. Zoe Saldana, who plays Gamora. And obviously Chris Pratt plays Peter Quill, Star-Lord. So I want my buddy from Cali to weigh in on the whole James Gunn situation. This is what he said about that.
So news on the headlines today is James Gunn got fired from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Right.
And the reason he got fired is because somehow now versus Volume 1 or Volume 2,
right,
or any of the other projects he's worked on, they unearthed some tweets from looks like about 10 years ago, where he's making poor quality jokes about pedophilia,
not funny,
and I think homophobia, and
not funny,
all this other stuff. And while I understand the outrage, I don't understand him being fired, because at what point does society stop letting people evolve? At what point does everybody get crucified for the things they said when they were a younger, dumber version of themselves?
Now, as far as when I said not funny for, the pedophilia and the gay remarks, he's not a comedian. If you're a comedian, I feel like it's almost a free-for-all. And, you're going to have a certain audience that like that type of talk, and then you're going to have some that get upset and offended. But, when it's dealing with comedy, it's kind of like nothing is off limits. Comedians are holding up the mirror of society in a lot of ways. So, but again, he's not a comedian. He's a director. So let's go back.
Because if that's where we're heading, it's fucking scary. James Gunn, when he was in his mid to late 20s as a fringe movie maker, filmmaker, he was a provocateur. He said outlandish shit on purpose. That was what he was going for. And so
it's painful now.
But for him to evolve, for him to grow as a person, for him to know that those things shouldn't be said anymore, that's who he is now. So to punish his current self for something his older self 10 years ago said seems ridiculous to me.
Right.
Is he that same person? Yes or no? Yes, fire him. No? Then move the fuck on. Because people share around this TED Talk of a white supremacist who reformed himself and now he's fighting against. And everybody applauds it.
Interesting.
I don't see anyone saying, well, he was one, and so, yeah, screw him. No. Everybody applauds him for being who he was and then turning himself into now who he is.
Redemption.
And now we're going to fire somebody for who he was, despite the fact that he has no connection to those words or those beliefs in his current form as a human being.
Evolution.
So the fact that we don't let people evolve is scary.
Speak on it.
And it makes me want to not post anything provocative,
Right.
even critical
Right.
of the government,
Talk to him.
positions,
I hear you.
of political talking points, nothing, because does that mean in 10, 15 years somebody's going to dig that up and be like,
Possibly.
look what he said,
Yeah.
he's fired, it's ruined his career,
That's what they do.
because he said these things 10 years ago.
What else?
Instead of going, hey, we found these tweets.
Okay.
They don't look that great.
Well-
Can you explain yourself?
Yeah, let me explain what I meant
And
by
then
that. And
once that happens, then you make a judgment.
there you go.
So I just
Bang,
I don't understand
bang.
it. It's
Don DeMarco.
It's frustrating. It's confusing.
Words like
It's
that.
short-sighted. It's a double standard. When we go around going, look at that person, they lost a bunch of weight. Well, you should judge them because they were fat once. They'll always be fat.
Crazy.
Look at this person.
Crazy.
They robbed a liquor store when they were 18. Went to jail for 5 years. But now they're settled down, have a good job, have a family.
But they're gonna always be viewed
and is
as
contributing to society. Well,
that robber.
sorry, they made that one crime. That's who they are for the rest of their lives. I don't understand it.
That's how it is. Though.
I honestly don't. It's scary.
Yeah.
And I think we're worse off as a society because of it.
So yeah, and he said that I can share it. I wanted to just upload his video because he sent me a Marco Polo, and I talked to him about it. I was like, yeah, that needs to be. Let's share that. And he said use the Marco Polo. Don't show my face. You could just use the audio. Don't say my name, which I haven't. And yeah, let's spread the word. You know, when is redemption truly allowed in society? When do we let ourselves evolve and grow and not judge people for how they came, but how they leave? So let me know what you think about that, and hope to hear back from you all soon. Peace, love, smiles, truth, galaxy. I am Zachary. I see you. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Be kind to nature. The universe will support you. Health is wealth. Take care of yourself. Love you. And I'm really, really looking forward to hearing from you. All right. Galaxy.